Hello.
Hi, Erin.
How are you?
I'm lovely.
You're lovely. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, go ahead. Whatever day it is.
Whatever day this goes up, happy that day.
Yeah. Yeah, that too.
Right? We're back at Urban Moe's, our favorite place.
We are, because it's Thursday, and this is where we come on Thursdays.
That's right. 5 o'clock shots.
And I would just like to say, for the record, I was here before the rest of you guys today.
Were you seriously out on the patio?
I didn't see you anywhere.
I was running late because I was doing my taxes.
Well, you know what? I was early because it's 80 degrees out today. And I said, I'm going to wear a skirt on this rare winter occasion. Mm-hmm. And then I put on a skirt. You know, was dressed and I put on a skirt. And my legs were like Casper Ghost white.
So they were Jew white.
They were past Jew white.
Okay.
They were like white.
White.
So I made an emergency phone call to Rich over at Tan Line.
Tan Line, we love.
And I said, Rich, I want to wear a skirt today and my yellow shoes, and none of which I could wear. And he goes, okay. And so I got dressed and I went over there and he sprayed me.
Well, they're looking very
So
sprayed.
my legs are very, very dark. So then let me tell you, because you know, he got this new stuff, and he goes, you know, because every time I go in there, I'm like, I want my legs dark, 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 dark. It's like dark as you can get them without being orange. You know what I'm saying? I'm obsessed with dark legs.
Right.
So he goes, well, I just got this new stuff because I have this other client. She's black and she wants to be darker, and so he got this new additive. And he goes, and I'm like, well, put some in mine. So he's like, really? He goes, I've never used it before. I'm like, try it.
So that's why your legs look Haitian.
Yeah, because he didn't do my arms, because obviously I would have had to
derobe.
I would have had to, yeah, well, I could only derobe so much,
right,
because I was already done. And then I didn't want to have, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you would have been sticky and...
Yeah, so, but my legs look fabulous.
Look amazing. I've
already gotten several compliments on the patio.
I twatted about them.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
And what did people say?
They haven't, I don't know. I haven't checked my phone yet.
Speaking of Twitter, my mom called yesterday.
Executive producer, MJ Top.
Yes, and so we were talking and she's like, why don't you Twitter? And
because
I'm like,
you're too busy doing Foursquare.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I don't know. I go, what do I have to say on Twitter? Like, I never have anything to say other than Pride's a moron, and enough people have been doing that, so what else am I going to Twitter? So,
I would think that you would love Twitter a lot more because it's so short, sweet, and to the point.
But we've talked about this. I don't think that people care really what I have to say.
Well,
so even when I go on my rants, I don't really think that anyone cares.
You don't think anybody's watching?
No, I do it all. I do it all for me.
All for you. Nobody at all watched our show last week.
Well, I don't know.
Your 72-hour rant about Pride.
Hey, I watched it. That's all I care about.
Exactly.
I sat down on my couch and watched it.
It was a good show, even though it only came out of one speaker.
That kind of makes me very narcissistic.
Narcissistic, which is bad for your health, mind you.
Did you know, also, speaking of health, that if you're, that there is a certain amount of stress that it makes you, and that doesn't encourage, but it speeds up your metabolism. And so, if you have just the right amount of stress, then it will speed up your metabolism to lose weight.
So you could get skinny. Oh, well, we need to find out what kind of stress that is.
But the thing about it is there's like this really, really fine line that if you cross over it, it can cause diabetes.
Oh, well, of course. Because some people are stress eaters.
Yeah. So I think that I would like to have just a little bit more stress in my life.
Okay.
Pride is doing that for me, so I'm good.
Now all you need is a tapeworm, and you'll be a supermodel by Pride.
Yeah, it's not.
We can just...
Yeah, not that it's going to matter.
Take a little run down to TJ.
Speaking of Pride, they had their advisory board council meeting.
They did, and
yesterday. I could not go because...
bowling.
I could not get out of bowling. You know, I am all about commitments, and I'm committed to bowling.
Very
we
loyal.
couldn't find a sub, and so I was stuck bowling.
What's your bowling team name?
The Back Alley Boys.
Back Alley Boys.
Yes.
Well, that's appropriate.
We have all sorts of nasty names.
Right.
Last year, we were 3 fingers in a hole.
3 fingers in a hole.
The year before that, we were We were the RJ boys.
RJ boys.
Yeah.
When I was bowling, we were Grandma's Pussy. I know. We even had a bank account called Grandma's Pussy. It was so funny. It was on the checks and everything.
That's so not very good.
No, it's not very good.
So not good at all.
So, but yes, you did miss the Pride Community Advisory Council information session.
Yes, I heard there was 30 people there.
About, yep.
And according to their sheet that they passed out, that's not even enough to fill up the council. So they're off to a good start. Yay.
Yay. Well,
I want to start a council.
Yes.
I want to start the anti-Pride Council.
But you get to select the first 10 members.
Yes. I may be the only member on it.
Right. Well,
no, that's not true. I don't think I'd be the only member on it.
You'd probably get more sign-ups than I'll get for theirs.
Yeah. I wonder if that would be true.
Probably.
Maybe I'll sign up. Maybe I will try to sign up for the Pride Council.
I think you should.
Yeah.
See if you get accepted.
Yeah.
I wonder if you would, because, they have these stipulations that 50% have to be men and 50% have to be women. I wonder if you could.
Well, I really like that they
both.
actually care about the community, finally. To form a council, they care about the community.
Got it. Apparently, producer Kurt doesn't want us to talk about Pride anymore.
Yeah, he's like...
Moving on. Oh, I see Jay Turner.
There's like, this is not the Bash Pride hour. I'll just get it in every chance I get. So what do you want to talk about?
Well, speaking of Jay Turner, I saw him this weekend, your husband.
We are not married yet.
He hasn't signed the Mexican marriage contract?
We are still in negotiation.
Got it.
He needs to remember, I still have Michael Saltzman too.
Oh, yeah. There's competition.
Michael Saltzman is
hot. And tatted.
Oh, yes, he
Jay
is
Turner
tatted.
has no tattoos.
Well,
he has not desecrated his body yet.
I know. They both have their pluses and they both have their minuses.
Exactly. Yes. What are Jay's minuses?
But we really can't go into all of them right now. This is only an hour show.
Only an hour show. Right?
Maybe we should talk about his benefits instead.
Well, his benefits
literally
was I did see him this weekend because it was the pad.
Was he out whoring around?
No. Well,
he was out whoring around.
No. We were at Protect and Defend's barbecue in Balboa Park this weekend.
He was whoring around.
Well, I didn't see any running to the bushes, but he did have a rather tall boy there.
Well, he was whoring around.
Whoring around.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, cheating on you.
That is part of the negotiation.
Cheating on you.
Well, I don't really call it cheating.
Oh, what do you call it?
Well, we haven't signed the contract yet.
Oh, okay. So technically he can do all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, technically, as long as it doesn't bother me, fine.
Well, according to Donald, he was not the most excellent barbecuist.
Donald was not the...
No, Jay was not the most
Oh, so
excellent.
are you telling me right now you just know how to cook either?
No.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's another check.
Check. Clearly, Donald will be coming over to do all
I
the
was going to
cooking.
say, I hope he doesn't have to hire someone to cook for me. Because that ain't going to happen, me cooking. Oh, hell to the no.
But he did put on a very nice
I did
event.
cook this weekend.
Oh my God, what'd you cook?
I made pork chops.
Oh. Not pre-marinated, packaged?
No, I actually cooked them.
Okay, well.
They were raw.
Oh.
Yeah, and cooked them.
And wow.
Yes. I pulled out the instruction manual to figure out how to turn on my stove.
Didn't blow up the house? Didn't burn up charger?
No, actually, I cook.
Okay.
It's just hurtful.
I
I'm a very good cook.
want some of your cooking.
I should have a little dinner party again. I just had some people over to my house for a dinner party.
Shut up.
A couple weeks ago, actually.
When was the...
And I made, do you want to hear about my, I made stuffed bell peppers.
Oh.
It's really good.
I love stuffed bell peppers.
They were very good. I made them with a ground sirloin and brown rice and feta cheese.
And brown rice even, how healthy.
Yes. Well, it was brown wild rice.
Okay.
And then, yes. It was good. And then I made a cauliflower mash and
What was the appetizer?
bruschetta.
Okay.
Did you make Brussels sprouts, Steven?
I did not make Brussels sprouts.
Brussels
but-
sprouts?
And for dessert, I went to Baby Cakes and got that, banana bread pudding.
Well, how do these friends rate? Did they get all this special attention?
I was just in the mood.
And who came over?
My friends Mike and Ruth.
Oh, well,
A straight couple.
I want to be friends with Mike and Ruth because clearly producer Kurt and producer Joey and I don't rate.
Oh, I've had Joey over for dinner.
Oh, well, how very nice.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
I've had,
Has Jay Turner been over for dinner?
I have, but Joey When Joey gets invited for dinner, this is what Joey does. Because I call Joey and I go, Joey, do you want to come over for dinner? He's like, what do I need to bring?
What do I need to bring?
And I'm like,
Where am I stopping?
yeah. No. Because he always knows if I have him over, it's to figure something out on the computer.
Got it.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, dinner will be ready in about 30 minutes. Can you look at this the way I get to?
I'm going to start doing that, Joey. I will totally get you full on Bronx pizza and you can come over and fix my computers.
That's what I do. Once I had a party, this is a true story. I was remodeling my house, and I needed to put the drywall back up. And you know the whole story about the house when I tore it apart. My mom said that I had to do it, that I couldn't.
Right.
I had to be a part of it, and we couldn't pay to have it done.
Of course.
So I called several friends of mine, Brian and
Michael Bobo, who's a contractor.
No, I didn't call Michael.
Oh,
but
shit.
I called some other friends and invited them over for a barbecue. And so I waited until they all confirmed to do, that they were going to come for the barbecue. And then I called them back and I'm like, and bring your toolbox.
And bring your toolbox.
And so I went.
Hammer and nails.
Yeah. And so, no, I bought all of that. So
Okay.
I was like, and they're like, oh, what time should we come? I'm like, about 10 in the morning.
You remember the time you had a birthday party for someone?
You had a birthday
Yeah, I
party
did.
for someone at Kurt's place.
Yes.
And I had to cook and I had to do everything.
Oh, that sounds like the kind of birthday party I'd have.
At somebody else's house?
Yes, at someone else's house.
Yeah. Speaking of food,
Yeah.
Lee brought us
Oh
fabulous
my God.
desserts.
So Monday, yes, after
Yes.
the show with Chad Michaels.
Yes. And
What?
you know what Kurt did?
What?
Producer Kurt, this one.
Uh-huh.
He put mine into a bag and then gave it to me and put it in my car.
Uh-huh.
And it's at some point, somehow, because Bodyguard John was driving, it tilted. And so when I got home, the Vaughn's bag was like red. And I'm like, so some of it spilled out into the Vaughn's bag. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping he doesn't want that bag back.
I'm sure he probably
But it
does
was
not.
delicious.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I'm sorry, what did you say it was?
Oh, amazing.
That's what I thought. That's
Kind of like
what
your
I heard.
legs. Yes, it was very good. And he has promised to make some more, too.
Well, I just would like to throw out, which I don't, want to be ungrateful, but I'm not that much of a sweets person. So I still have a bunch of mine.
Uh-huh.
Because I only eat a little bit of sweets at a time. Like 2 bites and I'm done.
Well, he loves to make him some savory stuff, too. So
Well, that's what I'm all about.
have him make us a casserole or a
Oh,
stew.
I'm all about a casserole.
I mean, he is starting a catering company.
Maybe
so.
I'll have him over to my house for dinner. If he brings it.
Well, then, Lee, I will be your date because I want to see this going over to Ophelia's house that rarely happens, at least for me. I've been to your house once.
I've had several. Actually, I have been very social lately over at my house, which is kind of odd. I had my mom and dad over for dinner too.
It must be the Wellbutrin.
I don't know what it
You're
is.
just feeling so happy.
I'm like, come on over.
Speaking of Wellbutrin,
But let me
Miss
tell you what
Smoking.
happened yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yesterday, some friends of mine called me.
Mm-hmm.
My Lakeside friends.
I love
Dee and Mark and
Lakeside.
Betty and all of them. I'm sorry, what?
I love Lakeside. I knew you'd say that. I know it's hard for you to hear.
You do. I don't really think that you love Lakeside as much as you like the sex you're getting out in Lakeside.
Yes,
That's what I think
absolutely.
that you like. Because I don't think you've seen Lakeside.
No,
I think
well-
you've seen the house and the bedroom.
I have seen the house in the bedroom.
Yes, I think that
And
is.
the backyard.
And the backyard. There you go. So, my friends, Mark and Betty and Dee, they called yesterday and they were like, oh, we don't really have time for a ride because we have all this because I'm going to go ride Luna. They go, let's go meet, let's have lunch. And I'm like, okay. And I was working on some stuff on the computer and they said to me, are you ready? They go, we thought we would just pick it up and then we'll just come over there and eat it. Well, that threw me into a tizzy.
You were-
And I'm like, oh, well, why don't I just meet you? I'm like, it's okay. And they're like, well, you're busy and you have stuff to. I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done with everything. Just done.
So clearly you were going to have them over at your house. Where did you end up going?
Well, no, I will have people over to my. But I've got to prepare. I've got to mentally be ready for it to happen.
With the Swiffer out and
I've got to
everything's-
clean and I've got to prepare.
Got it. Okay.
So we went to Rancheros in Ocean Beach. Ranchero? Rancho. I know that's way Rancho.
Ranchos.
Yeah, that's way out of the
Yeah.
bubble for you.
Oh no, I love Ocean Beach.
Yeah, I do too.
I love,
I
love,
think
love.
that they have a city ordinance there that the guys cannot wear undergarments.
Well, of course they do, because their pants are so baggy, or most of them wear board shorts, and you can see their little cock
I'm
heads.
going over there tonight after the show.
Are
I'm
you?
just saying.
Going to Portugalia, which is one of my favorite places.
I'm gonna go somewhere. Remember when the bathhouse used to be there?
No.
Do you remember?
Well,
the
of course
bathhouse?
Kurt does.
Dave's, yes.
Dave's bathhouse.
Yes.
Wasn't
It was
there-
the best bathhouse in the world.
Why was it the best?
The pool.
The
really,
pool.
the pool. It was outdoor, so they had this huge outdoor area. So people actually used to go just to go to the pool, and it was a great pool, and it was like really landscape, very nice, and
That sounds like the Midtown Spa in LA or North Hollywood.
Is there a pool
Spa or
outside?
whatever. Yes. And it's all lushly landscaped, and it's really beautiful.
Oh, I would love that.
And they have like a tea dance every Sunday.
oh,
And it's all naked and boners and
See,
poppers
I
and-
don't. Yeah, see,
So
at Dave's, you could either lay out in your bathing suit or not. It wasn't there was often a lot more in bathing suits than not. I was there once and some little mouse. Well, I was there several times, but some mouse jumped into the jacuzzi. It was like all swirling around, and all the queens were like standing there, like, "Oh, we don't know what to do. We don't know what to do."
rabies.
Yeah, so they were like. So some guy came with a net and he tossed the mouse out of the jacuzzi, and then it started running. All the queens like started like roaches. Oh God!
What was
so
the
funny.
name of the gay bar that was in PB?
The Matador.
The Matador.
That was the first bar that I ever went into in drag.
What was the
With
Matador
Christina
like?
Monet. And I can tell you exactly what I was wearing.
What were you wearing?
Isn't that scary?
I think producer Kurt used to post pictures of you of what
At
you
the
looked like
Matador?
back then.
Yeah, probably. No. This was pre. You know who has those photos? Is it was
Pre-internet.
Is Christina has pictures of them, and every once in a while she'll like threaten to put them up because they were bad. I wear this black China doll bob, and it was like just flat as fuck can be, and I think I wore like one. It was like a light glittery kind of eyeshadow, just one color. That was it. With some, and we used. Eyeliner pencil that because I used to watch all the girls in high school. They heat it up and they rub it on. So I had these big old black chola eyes.
So you looked more Mexican than most people think you are.
Thank you. And then I wear these huge rhinestone flag earrings because I'm very patriotic,
Of course.
And then I wear this like little black top and jeans. I was hot until I saw the photos.
And then you're like, we're rethinking this.
Yeah, and they're all saying, take a break, bitch. You haven't even talked
Yeah.
about what you've done this week.
No, we sure haven't. So we'll be right back.
We're a hodgepodge
2 seconds.
today.
We're back. Oh my God,
Yay.
your boobs are squished today.
I know, they are kind of squished in this top.
So what
So what
else-
did you do this week?
What did I do this week? Well, besides the Protect and Defend barbecue that I went to, which was a lot of fun.
Was that an annual thing, or was it a new
No,
thing?
it was just something. It's the Southern California boys like to get together and do something.
I thought they
because-
normally do that in Palm Springs.
No, that is we call that PIDPAD. That's Protect and Defend Party in the Desert. And the Party in the Desert is annual.
My fiance may not be able to go to that anymore.
Oh, trust, he'll be there. Maybe you should go as a guest. Ooh, maybe she could perform.
Oh, if I go, I'll be performing, all
I
right.
bet you will. For all the firemen's and the military men's that show up. Lord.
Security guard.
Okay,
Okay.
security guard. No, public relations is more her style. She does the PR.
Guda, when does Michael get here? Will you call and tell him I need him?
No, what?
Will you call Michael and tell him I need him?
Michael who? Munson?
Saltzman.
No, Saltzman. I do
needs-
not need Munson.
She needs Saltzman.
I know. Who, Munson or Saltzman?
Oh, he hasn't signed the marriage contract either.
Saltzman?
Yes.
No.
No.
Saltzman will be here about 6.
Oh, see?
Oh, good. Just when I'll be ready for him.
She just want. He's got
He's probably what?
getting his bootay pumped.
Well, good. That means I don't have to do it.
Right? Then you guys could just go to dinner.
Okay.
So back to me.
All right, back to you.
The weekend was very fun and eventful, and again, lots of sex and the party at the park. And we didn't end up going to Mostly Monkeys, which we were supposed to
Because it was raining.
We opted for, well, we thought it was going to rain, so we opted for the Protect and Defend party, of course.
Well, I knew getting you out of town all the way up to Ramona was going to.
Oh, we're still planning to go.
Well, I understand that.
We are planning to go.
But I'm just saying, it's like me having someone over to my house.
Right.
For you to get out of the bubble, you have to.
I have been out of the bubble so many times. You would just be so surprised. Every time I go out to Curtis's place, he says, you should text Ophelia and tell her you're here. I'm like, why? So she can drive by our exit on the freeway and wave at me on the way to wherever she's going?
Because see, I go way deep into the heart of Lakeside.
Well, see, I'm thinking that he's way deep too, but again,
He's not.
I'm not.
He's not.
He's apparently is not.
No.
But the one thing that I have noticed about Lakeside
Yes.
is that a lot of people like to walk
Yes.
down the roads
Yes.
in the middle of the streets
Yeah, they don't want to get ran
in
over.
hoodies.
Right.
Cray. They scare me.
See, they scare you, and I find that kind of hot.
Yeah, well, I don't find it so hot because most of them are girls or
Well, yeah. Never mind.
or very scary guys. We have yet to get like out of the car into a place. Oh, he did get gas once at one of the little gas stations in Lakeside, and I just sat in the car with the doors locked.
Yeah.
But we do drive by the Elks Club every
Yeah.
time when we get onto the freeway.
Yeah.
And there's always some sort of like something going on in there. No quinceaneras.
I see, I
It's
know-
usually all white.
I know
but-
where he is. And really, I am much farther past that.
Oh yeah, well for sure. He told me, he's like, the whatever you go to is like way out there.
Yeah. Maybe we'll find out when you're going to be out there sometime, and when I'm going out there, and then since you're already out there, then you could just come meet me, and we'll go like, I'll take you further out.
I can go see Luna.
Yes.
Well, I'll be out there tonight.
I will not be out there tonight. I'll be out there tomorrow afternoon.
I'll be out there tomorrow afternoon as well. We are going to go hiking tomorrow. We're going to go hiking Cowles Mountain.
Oh, well, that's not in Lakeside.
No, I know.
Yeah.
We're going to go, Curtis and I are going to go
To Cowles Mountain.
to Cowles Mountain. We're going to go have a little brunch at our gang and then go to Cowles Mountain. Work it all off. Well, I mean, we'll need to refuel from all the sex we're having tonight, so.
And then you're going to go to, and then you're going out to Lakeside.
Yes, then we'll go out to Lakeside.
Well, maybe what I'm saying is I will be out in Lakeside. I'm planning on going out to Lakeside. I think I'm going to go out about 2. Something like that. 1, 2-ish.
That could work as long as I'm back by 5.
And then that's where I'll be. And I'll probably go ride.
Oh. I want to feed your horsey. Peanut butter and carrots.
No, she doesn't do peanut butter.
Oh, why?
She does carrots.
Okay. Well,
She's on a regimen diet.
she's on a regimen diet, huh? Okay.
Yeah, feeding her is really fun. You just take a bale of hay and you throw it.
So that's all I did this weekend.
And she gets supplements.
Yes.
We're
Good.
trying something new with her. We took her shoes off to see if her feet are strong enough now.
So, speaking of horses.
Yes.
The whole rodeo
Yes.
thing that is not happening this year.
Well, we're not having a rodeo,
You're
but
not-
we're going to have a Western, it's going to be a Western Pride Festival.
Okay.
Or Western Festival.
Uh-huh.
Western Days Festival is what it's going to be called on a rodeo school.
Okay, that's what I wanted to talk about. Is it going to be like
No.
is it going to be like a weekend of events?
No,
or-
it's just going to be on a Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And what we're going to do is we're bringing in instructors to teach events that, people compete in the rodeo. So we'll teach like the calf roping on foot. We'll do the drag race. We'll do steer roping or steer deco, and we'll do
Will there be line dancing and beer?
yes.
Okay, that's all I care about.
Yes, we're gonna have a dance floor, and there'll be beer there,
And this will be in Lakeside
at the Pillsbury Ranch,
at the Pillsbury Ranch.
which is Joe Nimry's ranch.
Okay. Do we have a date secured?
Well, no, because it's either gonna be the 14th or it's gonna be the 28th.
Of
April.
April.
One of those two.
Ooh, that's right around the corner.
Yes, it is. So we're working diligently on it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Because you know that if it's the 28th, that week right there is the 26th is Dining Out for Life. So.
Yes. Well, the 28th is also a rodeo in Florida
Oh, okay.
that I think I'm going to.
Awesome. Do you go four-wheeling?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you?
Yes. And you said that you were going to take
When
me to
did
a lake.
you go four-wheeling?
Honey, I grew up in Colorado. I mean,
Okay, when was the last time you went
it's
four-wheeling?
not like I have never four-wheeled.
Well, when was the last time you went?
Years and years and years ago.
Alright, just checking.
I mean, it's kind of hard to do it in Hillcrest.
Well, you have been hanging out in Lakeside, so suddenly I was like, maybe.
Yeah, no.
Can I tell you, Curtis was cracking me up the other night on, was it Monday?
Yeah,
Monday
probably.
night. When we got done doing the show, we went outside. Which we're standing up there, and this lady pulls up to park.
Yes, that's right. The Asian lady?
Yeah, and she turned on her hazards, and and it was a huge spot. I mean, like, huge. And she had this little Honda. She went back and forth and back and forth. And we counted when we realized how many times she was going. It was like 7 times.
Supposed to get into the parking.
And that was before we started counting with her hazards on. And she was still like 2 feet away from the curb. And we were like laughing. And when she finally parked, she looked at us and then she just wouldn't get out of the car.
That's
We're like,
And then when I got out there, she started up her car again and tried to maneuver it more into the space.
oh, she did?
Yes.
Because everyone was like, oh God, it was a mess.
Yeah, that was funny.
I have a rule. If you cannot parallel park your car, you shouldn't drive your car.
Right, but you do have a camera, a reverse camera.
I do.
Yes. Do you think that's
I can
stereotyping?
still parallel park a car.
Yes.
I can parallel park any car.
White boys can parallel park.
Can you parallel park?
Yes. That's the first thing you learn to do.
Joey is not the best at it.
Oh, really? Oh, but he's kind of ethnic.
I've been with him before. Do you know really who cannot drive?
Kurt. Jay? Oh, well, Jay, let me just point this out, is a avid texter.
While he's driving.
So I've heard.
Oh.
I have no proof.
I don't know that,
But
do you want some proof? Here's proof. I have to put on my phone. What are you doing? I'm driving to Temecula to see my family.
oh, well, there you go.
I'm like, well, text me when you get there.
Yes, Oprah would be very upset. I am gonna sit Jay down and make him watch that video.
I'm just saying.
That YouTube video of texting while driving.
He was not stopped at no
was
fucking
stopped
gas
at the
station.
gas station. He pulls up to the side of the freeway,
Yeah. Lies.
which is why it takes him 5 hours to get to Palm Springs.
Okay.
All of his texting.
I'm ready to go back to Palm Springs.
Yeah? What do you want to do in Palm Springs?
Relax.
Oh, speaking of Palm Springs.
Yes.
So you know my favorite event, besides Protect and Defend Party in the Desert every year, there is another event that happens there
You mean
called-
the one you'll be going to alone this year?
that I'll be going to alone because you won't be going?
No, because somebody else won't be going either.
Oh, because Jay won't be going? Is the high tea that I always talk about, the party, the desert tea? Mm-hmm. Well, they have announced that they're going to be doing it at a new venue. They've done it at this same venue for the past 2 years, the Ace Hotel. And this year they're going to be moving it to a new hotel that has opened called the Seguro.
Right.
And the Seguro is literally opening up next month. And there was this whole big controversy about the hotel because it's the old Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Remember the one with all the white,
Yeah.
whatever? Because they are painting the facade of it 48 different colors. 48 different colors. And the whole city
It's like a Corolla box.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The whole city is screaming about how awful it's going to look. Well, they finally got the plans approved and they did it. They said if people don't really like it, then we'll redo it to this different schematic that they submitted. And they got it done and they put up the photo and the fucking hotel looks amazing.
Now, which Holiday Inn is this? Is this the one on the
Yes, it was the old olive green colored one with all the white.
But where is that?
So it's North Palm Canyon and when the 111 starts curving around to become.
So it's past. It's on that next big drag.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you're going out towards.
Oh,
Cathedral City.
Okay, I know where. That's where the rodeo holds their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's now called the Segura, owned by the Ace Hotel people, the developers of the Ace Hotel. And they've redone all the rooms, and the whole pool area is supposed to be really beautiful. And so that's where the new party's going to be.
Well, I don't go. I usually go to Mike's house and I just hibernate.
I know, you just stay there. You don't go to All Worlds, you don't go to CCBC. We're trying to get Jay to have Protect and Defend at CCBC, but he says no. He says never.
Well, I don't
ever.
know what he's worried about it. I mean, he's clearly not going this year. I'm sure his new in-laws will come up with something to do that weekend.
Yeah. Four-wheeling, maybe? Mm-hmm. What have you done? What did you do this weekend?
I have no idea.
You have
what
no
I did
idea.
This weekend.
What do you want to talk about? Is there anything in the news you want to talk about? We kind of didn't do an outline. This is just free-for-all.
Yeah, it's just free-for-all today.
Free-for-all.
What do I want to talk about? What did you think about Cynthia Nixon's bisexual comments?
Well, I know your whole label thing.
Yeah.
I know how, and I think that's ultimately what she was getting at.
Right.
Because she doesn't want to be labeled.
Right.
But the whole reference to choice could have been worded differently, which I think is what set everybody off. My whole thing.
But I have not seen any video of her actually saying it. It's just interviews.
Well, no, because it was in an interview.
Right.
Was an interview that she did
And
with
to
New York
me, I
Times.
say interviews always will take. They'll
Quotes out
cut
of
up an
context,
interview
or-
to make it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I read, and I don't know if it's true or that it's not true, that I would feel bad about is if she said, if she really did say that I'm not a bisexual because no one likes bisexuals.
She did say that, absolutely.
Now that kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
Because I love bisexuals.
So do I.
Yeah.
And they.
I think most of the guys I've dated have been bisexual.
Well, they're a part of the community, and what's really funny is that most of the bisexuals that I have ever known have been women, and
Right.
they're the most vocal because women don't have a problem being bisexual. It's the guys that have the problem being bisexual,
Right.
usually.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know that they are the B in LGBT. I don't know why people have such a big.
I don't know.
Some people think that being bisexual is a cop out.
I don't think it's a cop-out.
I don't either.
Once, many zillion years ago, I had a roommate, Daryl, who was, I think, the first bisexual that I ever met and got to know and became friends with and then ultimately lived with them. But before that, I kind of had the feeling that, bisexual was just not quite out yet.
Right.
It's like...
I used to think that too. Or that if you were bisexual, it automatically meant that there had to be a triad relationship of some kind. Like a bisexual has to be with a man and a woman.
Oh,
Not either or.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever thought like that. But I could see that.
Right.
But he truly was, he truly appreciated people for who
Right.
they were.
And I think that's what ultimately Cynthia Nixon was trying to say. Listen,
Right.
I was with men, I was in love and lust with the man that I was with for however many years that I was with. I met this woman. I'm in love and lust with her, and I'm with her now. So she was monogamous with the man that she was with, and now she's monogamous with the woman that she's with. She doesn't like the bisexual label.
Right.
And so that, I think, was where she was going with that whole choice thing. She chose. She made the choice to be in love with a woman because that's how she felt. And that's what people had the big issue with. That she's saying that she made the choice.
But I don't think that it's a choice.
It's not a choice. Absolutely, it's not a choice.
Yeah.
Those feelings that you have are not something that you choose. The act is absolutely a choice. Do you see what I'm saying? So here's an example. You're gay, right? If you were a man, you're gay. But you can choose to be celibate, or you can choose to have sex with men.
Or I could choose to have sex with women.
Okay, exactly.
Or I could just choose who I have sex with.
Exactly. That doesn't make you not gay. And
I'm going to put that on Craigslist
and
tonight.
I think that's what everybody was
Just
having.
because
Just because
you're with a tranny does not make you gay.
So I think that's what
Just
everybody was
because a
getting all
tranny
hell-bent
bends
about.
you over.
It's not gay if there's a tranny in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say
And
that word. I don't like that
their
word.
pussy stick into you. It does not make you gay.
Oh my God. What's so funny is I do want to point out, I was the guest transian. I was the trans lesbian on this week's They Said.
Yes.
And one of the topic of conversation that we had was the whole RuPaul's talking about the word tranny and why she doesn't understand why the whole trans community is all hell bent out of shape about it.
Either do I, but
Right. Well, the trans community has a very specific reason why they don't like it.
Why?
But there are some in the trans community that have no fucking problem with it. And I think it's the same with the gay community. Some people hate the word bag, and some have no fucking problem with it.
well,
But what happened is, so I am posted, because I'm friends with many trans people, and I posted it in the trans group on Facebook, and they all watched the show. And it was literally divided down the middle. Most of my,
you watch what show?
They Said,
Oh.
as we were talking about, because Jeremiah chimed in, and so did Ian, and of course, Courtney says, tranny, all up and down the storm, and she totally agreed with RuPaul or whatever, which is totally fine. But when I posted it in that group, down the line, it was about 50-50, my F to M friends have no problem with the word trans.
Tranny. Mm-hmm.
The M to Fs have the most problem with it. I thought that was really interesting. So, and I think that goes back to that whole, I think that many F to Ms don't have the issues that M to Fs do because they can be more passable. I don't know. I just an observation that I was making when I was seeing the comments in the group.
I just don't, it doesn't bother me.
The word bag doesn't bother me either.
I mean, it's almost kind of like we've got to now create even more labels and yada, yada, yada to put everyone into a group. You know, I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, I get called a drag queen, and then sometimes I'm called a tranny, and sometimes I'm called a whore.
Or girl.
Or, I mean, it's...
But here's an example. We call...
What's that, Jay?
Even the most masculine of our friends call each other girl.
Right.
Like, Jay, I call you girl.
Well, explainable.
Do you get upset by it? No. But if somebody you didn't know
because that makes
called
sense.
you girl, would you get upset by it? Yes. See? I mean, I don't know. It's so baffling to me. Right, between friends, not somebody who doesn't know you. So.
Well, that's kind of like years ago, many years ago. I used to get very, very upset if I was out as Ophelia and someone would call me Ricky.
Right.
And then I would get just as upset if I was out as Ricky and someone would call me Ophelia.
Which I don't think you do anymore.
I really don't.
No.
The only time that I get upset about it, which we've talked about, is if you're doing it to cock block and you're doing it to be vindictive.
Right.
Then I have a problem with it.
Right.
And it's not even that I have a problem with that you did it.
Uh-huh.
My problem then becomes, what kind of a friend are you?
Right.
I mean, that's like what clicks in my head is, oh, boom. Because a friend would not do that.
Right. Right.
So
right.
when that happens, instantly there's like a little click. Like, oh, asshole.
All right, we're being forced to take a break again. Producer Kurt does not like that we run over. We will be right back. We're back. I have no something. I don't even know, but I know that you got a 5 o'clock shot and I did not.
Because you didn't run, I ran.
You totally ran out there. I thought you were gonna run your tan off.
Okay.
Legs were all.
I was out there when somebody just goes, "Oh my God, your legs look so good," and Rich was standing right there, and he's like, "Thank you."
You and your legs. Well, I noticed that you saw Jeff P out there.
Yes, he is out here.
Jeff P, Prot, tall Prot.
And also, what's from? Oh God, I just forgot his name right now. Neil's out there.
Oh, Neil
Who
Corbett.
did that lovely documentary?
Yes, that you and producer Kurt were in.
Yeah.
Neil Corbett.
Yeah.
So the World Series is coming up,
Yes.
and
So is the Super Bowl.
oh, that's what I meant.
I know.
The Super Bowl. Who's in it again? Who's in the Super Bowl?
The New England Patriots and the New York Giants.
Is one of them Drew Brees?
No, he's the
Okay.
Saints.
He's the Saints. Okay.
Yes. Why?
I was just curious.
Yeah, and it's not what is it? Tadbolts or Tidbit or whatever, the little Christian
Oh,
Broncos
Tebow.
guy. Tebow.
Tadpoles.
Tadpoles.
So who is the quarterback for the Saints or the Patriots?
That is Brady.
Oh, Tom Brady. Oh, he's hot.
Yeah, he is very hot. And him and Giselle are building a huge old mansion up in Brentwood.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in Carlsbad or
No,
somewhere.
no, Brentwood.
Brentwood. Got it. So, do you have any inside scoop on the hot Super Bowl parties?
Well, let me tell you, because I got in trouble this week for my Super Bowl party. Because, I really am about the Super Bowl a lot. Because I do enjoy going. And I don't go, I instantly rule out the parties that are for the parties and not about the game. Like, really want to go for the game.
Got it.
So that's number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then number two for me to go to a party is
Food.
thank you. So I haven't RSVP'd to several parties, and then I got several messages about that I haven't RSVP'd, and so I was like, well, I'm still trying to decide. And then I was bowling, and several of the people, two of them that are having Super Bowl parties, were at bowling. And I had said to one of them, well, what are you making? Like, what food are you going to have?
What are you making?
So the one guy was like, you haven't RSVP'd because you don't know what's on the menu? It's a party. I'm like, it doesn't matter. I need to know who's catering it. Like if you're having a company cater it, I need to know who that is, because that would be a determining factor.
Right.
And two, if you're cooking, I need to know what foods you're gonna, have there. Because if it's just like chips and bean dip, no, not going.
No, you want some shit.
Okay. So that night when I got home, I got a message on Facebook, and they're like, updated menu is now on our thing. So I went to it, and they're having like brisket and like all sorts of stuff.
I love it.
So I said, there.
Join.
Yeah. So that's a part I'm going to.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Did you get invited to a Super Bowl party?
Well, I did get invited to a halftime party.
Oh, but you see, what's a halftime party?
Well, I give a fuck about the game. Big
Oh,
deal.
see, I would not go to a party with you then.
But there is a group of friends that I have not been to their house for a couple of years, and I am going to go this year because it is a commercials and halftime party.
Oh, see, now that is a party I would not go to.
We actually have a bracket for the commercials. So, and we talked about this when I was on They Said This Week. So there's this company called The Agency, and they have the whole bracket, and you can make a whole game, just like you do the Super Bowl poll, you do it for the commercials. They have the whole bracket breakdown and everything, and how it works, and how you put your money down and everything. And so we're doing that. And it is going to be a full-on catered bartender, whole 9 yards.
Yeah, no.
And then hot tub afterwards.
See, I don't do that. I go for the game.
Yeah, no. I'm Madonna commercials.
Yeah, no. I'll go for the game. So that's why I picked the party.
So what do you wear to a Super Bowl party? Not a Chargers jersey.
No. Well, you can. You can wear whatever you want.
Oh, that would be awful.
Why?
Because they're so awful.
Well, you still support your team. Just because your team didn't make it to the Super Bowl, you still support your team.
Oh. Well, but then how do you know who you're rooting for?
You know.
Who are you rooting for?
I'm kind of undecided.
Okay.
I'm really not I really don't care for either team.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah.
Jeff Pratt, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
What?
Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
That game is dead to me. The Niners lost.
Yeah, see,
That game is dead to you.
That's kind of the problem.
He's going to the same party I am.
Yeah, that is the problem because they, because like I really wanted the Packers to go all the way. And when they got knocked out, I was like,
Oh, is that the cheese team?
yes.
Okay.
So I was very bummed. So
Well, I thought everybody was bummed that the Broncos didn't make it.
no, I don't care about the Broncos.
Oh.
I really think that I really wanted them to go.
Okay.
And this is basically a rematch. These two teams is a rematch from a couple of years ago. They played each other to go into the championship, and the Patriots won.
The Patriots.
So it's
Got
a,
it.
it's a, isn't that, Jeff, is that right? When these two teams were together a couple of years ago, it was the Patriots that won.
2007, the Patriots were undefeated going into the last game, 18-0, and the Giants ended the perfect season.
Right.
Yeah, what
so the
he
Giants
said.
won. Yeah.
The Giants won. Got it.
So part of that is that.
That was the helmet.
Madonna didn't play that game, right?
Big helmet.
Madonna didn't play that game. Yeah, no. She wasn't at that World
She
Series.
wasn't at that World Series. I love Madonna.
Yeah, but also the Super Bowl, it's kind of a weird kind of thing because that was my first date with my ex.
Which ex?
My last ex.
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Yeah. So we went on, that was our first date and then we were together.
I think I remember you and your ex at a Super Bowl party specifically at Wheezy and I think I'm remembering now.
But that wasn't the first one. I mean, our first one was at someplace else.
No, yeah, not the first one, but I do remember you being at a Super Bowl
Yeah.
party. That
I go to
was at.
Super Bowlers every year.
Same.
I love them.
Do you go to Oscar parties?
No.
No, she doesn't care. Whatever. That's the gay Super Bowl.
I totally missed the Golden Globes the other night.
Well, nobody gives a shit about
Yeah,
the
I
Golden
totally
Globes.
missed it. It was like, okay,
I mean,
whatever.
I watched that shit on DVR
I watched
only so I
football.
could fast forward through
I watched
everything.
football and then went football to the red carpet and I turned off the TV. That's like,
I am totally excited about the Oscars this year. A lot of
Why?
good movies. Because a lot of good movies. I think Brad will propose to Angelina.
I don't think they're
and-
going to get married.
Oh, I think they will.
No.
I do. He said he can't wait.
Did you see any of the movies?
I have seen a few of them, yes. Not all of them. Not all of them that are up for Best Picture, no.
Oh, see, I have not. The one movie that I did was that one with George Clooney that won the Golden Globe.
The Descendants.
Descendants. I didn't see that because it wasn't appealing to me, but it's getting rave awards.
Well, it's
So now I'm
all
thinking maybe
kinds
I'm
of
gonna
critical
go.
acclaim. Exactly. Well, it does, in context, when you read a synopsis about it, sounds like a big snoozer.
Yeah.
And, well,
So maybe I'll go watch it.
A lot of times
And I
it's
wasn't
all
going to go watch that silent movie, and it's winning a ton of awards too.
because it's silent. It's winning a ton of words because nobody has to listen to anything they have to say.
So I might go to see that too. I did go see War Horse.
Well, you and your horses.
Well, it's not a horse movie. I mean, I think that's like the biggest misconception. I don't think that's why it did very well because everyone thought it was a horse movie. It was not a horse movie. It was a war movie told from like a horse's perspective.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it wasn't a war movie. But.
Well, that Hugo movie, that's the one that I'm like, I don't really want to see that shit. But I'm not an animated fan.
And I'm going to go see the Iron Lady this week.
Well, yes, because she's going to win.
Because
I mean, everybody knows
I
she's
love
gonna win.
Meryl Streep. And I love Margaret Thatcher, so.
Well,
she's still
I
alive.
love Marilyn Monroe, but Michelle Williams won't win. She's been nominated. This will be her third time.
Well-
and she's just too young.
Because she did that Brokeback Mountain movie.
She should have won for that movie. I'm just pointing that out.
Well, because she took it up the butthole.
Everybody who takes it up the butt should win an award.
I think. Look I won an award.
A Nikki?
Yeah.
You won a Nikki for taking up the ass. Well, then I
to win a Nikki, you have to take it up the ass.
clearly. Speaking of, the Nikki Awards are. Oh no, Coronation is right around the corner.
Yes, February 10th.
And you're
or
going.
something. I am going.
Marriott Mission Valley Resort.
I cannot wear the same dress that I wore last year.
Clearly, you've been told.
Yes, I had that conversation. It seems yes, it appears that somebody else watched the show and they're like, I got a phone call this week. Yeah, madam, you cannot wear the same dress you wore last year.
Well, I was told this week
That you have to
because
work.
Nicole was, of course, there. Your Highness, you have to go to the coronation. And I'm like, I have to. What do I have to do? Well, of course, I was like taking money at the door or holding the door for people or whatever. No, you have to come. So I have no idea what I have to be there for.
Well, and I think I'm gonna also end up going to the dinner on Friday night. Jay will be my date that night as my fiance.
You know what? I would love...
I wonder how Jay looks in a tuxedo.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. I bet you he looks great all dolled up. Oh, and you have to wear white gloves.
You have to wear a tuxedo and white gloves. Yeah.
Coronation.
Maybe he can wear his uniform.
Ooh.
Do you have a dress uniform?
He doesn't have a uniform.
Yeah. To a personal event.
To a personal event. It's not. It's a military affair.
That's what you said you wanted to marry. Would we get married? You want to wear that?
Coronation, yes. It's 40th anniversary. It's important. Ask Kurt Cunningham. It's important.
Yeah.
And gloves. And a top hat. And tails.
No top hat.
And tails.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that little fold out.
Well, to be honest, on Friday night for the state dinner, I'm wearing something short.
Well, because you're trying to get laid.
Well, I'm going to be with my fiance.
Oh, well.
So I'll still be trying to get laid.
You'll be like, bitch, find someone tall. I need to get my groove on. Oh my God. So when is it? The 10th?
Yeah, that weekend, I believe. Isn't it the 10th?
Yes.
Yeah.
This coming weekend, actually, is the installation of the Filipino American Arts and Culture Society of San Diego.
Oh, really?
So that's happening at the center on Saturday. I think
that'd be
that's really awesome.
There's good food at those.
Oh my God, lumpia? Lumpia for days.
I know. I might stop by for that.
There you go. It's going on until 9.
Yeah.
Anything else happening?
I
You
don't
need to
know.
tell people?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I think we're done.
I think so too.
We love...
Not that I haven't had the pleasure of being here with you.
Well, and everybody, if you have not watched our show with Chad yet, you should watch it, because that premieres on Monday.
And there were pictures up.
Yes.
He looked fabulous.
Looked
For
fabulous.
the premiere. Yellow was very daring.
And you can watch
I can't do yellow. I love yellow, but I can't do yellow.
Yeah. Well,
I can just do yellow shoes.
what's so funny is how
You wanna see
fabulous...
my shoes? I'm just kidding.
What's so fabulous is how amazing Chad looked in comparison to the rest of the contestants. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased, but that dress was fucking fantastic.
So this is what I want to know. No, I totally love, all of it. And we don't have a clue. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We do not have a clue. And we did not
Only
ask.
opinions.
Or we did not ask her anything.
Right.
But, I'm hoping that, Chad goes all the way. Like, all the way. But, what are we going to do if, Chad only goes, the first or second night?
Oh, so you've never been involved in a reality TV competition where somebody that you know or are close to gets knocked on the 4th episode?
Yeah, Richard Sweeney.
Yeah, it's a big shitter.
And we were devastated.
The whole bar almost goes into a tizzy.
No, you know why I went into a tizzy that night? Can we just go back to that?
Yes.
Because I went to go watch that Top Chef.
At Pat's.
Everything, yes. To support Rich. Rich brought in food every Monday. Brought in what he served that night. It was so good. So that night, I'm I'm waiting for the food. No food shows up. Nothing. And so I told someone, that bitch got kicked off because there is no food yet. Sure enough, got kicked off.
Sure enough, got kicked off.
And then he showed up.
Yep. And then he showed up with the food. And it was the s'mores challenge that he got kicked off for, and he showed up with the bomb-ass s'mores.
Yeah.
So,
Whatever.
oh well. Make sure you watch Logo on Monday nights, or you can come here to Urban Moe's and watch it live with everybody else. Starts at 7 o'clock. That's it for us. I guess we'll see you next week. I have no idea.
Who's our guest on Monday?
Who's the guest, Producer Kurt?
We have the last crowd.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, good.
The Laugh Out
And
crowd.
also, don't forget, sports people. Football the first clinic is this Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Flag football.
Yes.
Mhm.
And also, the softball league is getting ready to kick off their anniversary year.
Oh.
So cool to them. And also, tennis is getting ready to start.
Oh my God, is tennis a sport?
Yeah, it is.
Fabulous. February
Yeah.
4th.
Not this Sunday.
Not
Next
this
Sunday.
Sunday.
They're going
next
to have
Sunday.
a clinic, and then the draft, and then the game start.
Got it.
All at Doyle Park.
Is the draft still at Bourbon Street? Where's
No one knows where the draft is. That's weeks away.
That's
we'll let you
weeks
know.
away.
Softball is the 12th, 19th, and 26th.
Softball is the 12th, the 19th, and the
26.
26th.
AFCSL.org.
AFCSL.org.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff.
Maybe
T.
I should. Maybe this year I'm going to become. Maybe I'll become a coach for football.
Maybe you should. Maybe if we had a fucking sports show on this goddamn channel, then we wouldn't have to talk about all this, and they could do that all
I
themselves.
wonder what do I have to do to. What do I have to do to become a coach? I know you don't have to be a player because
Could you imagine her as a coach? Oh my God. I would
Michael
die.
Bobo wasn't a coach. I mean, he was a coach, but he was never a player.
Seeing the coaches, they don't have to know sports. They have to be enthusiastic.
They just have to be hot.
I'm totally going to become a coach
I am too.
to go to the World Series.
Yes. All right, we gotta go. I
I'm
need a
totally going
shot.
to become a coach.
I think you should too.
I'm going to wear a cute little outfit, little ponytails with
Oh my
visors.
God. It's on like Donkey Kong. All right, everybody, we'll see you next week. Bye.